We're living in almost historical and odd political times here in America. See, it's very odd that a president would drop out, or at least on the presidential nominee would drop out of the racing. And it's even odder still that they would do it over X or Twitter, right? Is like imagine you're one of like the party associates, and you were told, "Oh no, he's still running," and you're telling everyone else, "Oh no, he's still running, in the this," and you're playing PR and you're trying to, you know, uh, make the donors aware and make all the people in all the venues aware that, oh no, he's still running. But then you yourself, and this is information that you yourself were told, but then now you're told over X, over Twitter, that, oh hey, actually he's not rerunning, and it's like, okay. And the one thing that, you as an associate of this party is your reputation. So again, if you give bad information, bad facts, like it is you who's on the chopping block. So I mean, again, I'm just trying to place myself in the shoes of an associate in, say, the Biden association, or the presidential associative party. So, and again, so now you're told this, and now your credibility is in shambles. And it's like all the people who have donated to the campaign, to his campaign, so they want favors for it. Like, to my knowledge, this is considered bribery anywhere else on the planet, but here in America, it's called lobbying. So it's like a conflict of interest just simply do not exist, apparently, to us. But now I'm assuming they're going to need to elect another candidate or have another runners up for running for a Democratic Party. And this person is going to be someone who did not get your donation money, so they have no reason to work in your benefit. And it's also the fact that, again, we were told, okay, so apparently he got COVID and he was sick and rushed to the hospital. Now we're being told, oh, he's not running, right? And again, we're being shown a document, again, over X, that, oh, it's not his handwriting, but it is his signature, that he's dropping out. And people are legitimately asking, so is this man alive? Like, can we see proof that he actually is alive, or he's not dead? And it's reasonable to ask this, right? It's like, you have all these things that were conspiracy theories that just ended up being true, right? And things that everyone knew was true, but because a right winger was saying it, it was lumped under the terminology of conspiracy theory. Like how apparently they make an entire like movie style set that looks like it's the backdrop of the Oval Office, but it really isn't. And again, people are like, yeah, that the background looks fake. You better touch that shit up. And they're like, conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory, conspiracy, because that's the worst, like, offense that can ever be weighed is, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Not that you're wrong or that your argument is baseless, is that you conspire. Like, that's the worst offense. But then it ended up being true, and everyone knew it was true. It was just the label that you needed to apply at that very moment. So, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if man just died. And now they're trying to hide it. Look, he's like, I think he literally caught World War II. That's how old this guy, Joe Biden, is. Like, man literally caught the end of World War II. And this is what happens when you have candidates that belong in the goddamn old person's home. It's like, is he really going to act in the interest of, say, the younger generation, or is he just going to cling to power with every fiber of his being and every notion of his being? And it's like, okay, it's like that's the message that's being sent. Like, you have just a bunch of old politicians that don't really advocate for the newer generation. They advocate for themselves, their interest groups. They funnel money towards themselves and their own interest groups. That's why I believe Trump is a breath of fresh air, because he's like, okay, Americans first, then we can worry about, immigration. Then we can worry about all these other things. But right now, it's Americans first. And apparently, that's illegal. That's not allowed. And again, it's other Americans that tell Trump that, oh, what you're saying is either racist, transphobic, sexist. Even though he's literally talking about you, it's like people for some reason disassociate this. That they don't draw the connection that, oh, you're born in America, therefore he's talking about you. And again, if the next Trump presidency is anything like the last time he was president, things can only get better, especially at the times we are right now. Things can literally only get better. So, I don't know. And again, we're also talking also with the Trump assassination, right? And how he dodged the bullet, literally. And, well, I guess figuratively, but literally dodged a bullet. It's like, we're living in some unprecedented times, right? Like, we're living through history. And it's also that one, I think she's like the head of the Secret Service, getting absolutely reamed by people. Because she 100% botched it all. And it's one of the few situations where both people on the left and the right were reaming her. Because here's the fact of the matter, right? They had to subpoena her just to even get her the fuck out there to testify. It's the same thing with what happened with like Mark Zuckerberg or with Fauci. Like, they had to subpoena these individuals. They had to literally threaten them legally to come out and testify their side of the story. And again, she didn't even lie. Like, she can't even lie, right? Like, all she tried to do was obfuscate, and she was getting absolutely blasted. So again, very, very interesting times. And I do believe the head of the Secret Service said that wholeheartedly that, oh, we must have 20% women in the service. I don't know why she didn't say 40, or I don't know why she said 30%. Yeah, she wants 30%. I don't know why she didn't say 20. I don't know why she didn't say 40. She just woke up one day and got the prophecy from, the DEI, and was like, no, we need 30% women in this organization. But then you look at her guards and her staff, and the 30% women are not there. It's like, oh, but this is what you want, right? You proclaimed that you wanted 30% vagina wielders in the service. Fine, whatever. I don't know why. She don't know why. It's probably completely ideological. But you can at least give the platitude anyway. But she didn't even do that. And now she has completely dropped the ball on this situation. And other politicians are like shit in the bed. Because it's like, if she's this incompetent but refuses to resign. Like, most anybody else would have resigned just to save face, but she's like, no, I'm not resigning. So she covets the position. She's grasping on the position, right? And imagine in literally any other job, right? Any other job where you're maybe you're just bad, right? Maybe you're just terrible at the job, and people are like, well, why are you working here if you just don't like the job? And you're like, no, I covet this position. I must have it. If I don't have it, I'm gonna go schizophrenic and fucking. But God forbid you say a slur, right? If you say a slur 20 years ago when you're, I don't know, 16, they come after you. They believe you should be fired. You should be held responsible today with the words you said 20 years ago, and you should get your job, have your job lost, get ostracized. But they don't have this opinion for people who are just incompetent. You know, you don't have to work this job. Like, whatever. But anyway, without my ranting, that's all I really gotta say about this. Peace.